Alright, finishing out the scene. Here we go. Right. And this isn't the first time we've run into something connected to that whole incident either. Don't know if they're deliberately setting out to replicate Crossbell's deal, but there's one thing we need to get cleared up right off the bat. We've got to assume someone's out there trying to do research they shouldn't, and that can only be done with parallel distributed computing. So the question becomes, who is it? What's the point in asking a question with only one clear answer? Professor Callaghan. Just what does he think he's doing? He's changed a ton over the past few years, but I didn't think he was up to something of this magnitude. This number belongs to...
Is that you, Callaghan?
Professor Callaghan, what's wrong, sir?
I'm so sorry. I screwed up. Please, stop this. They want my...
Professor Callaghan, what just happened? He's in the special research building, right? We must hurry. What? Huh? Damn. Oh. Professor! Where are you, Professor? October 24th. 10 a.m. Just what is going on here? Professor Callaghan has gone missing, and you're here with some evidence that he's been abusing his power? Even the police and guild have barged into the Institute wanting to question me. You people have been here for a day. A day! Are you some sort of plague being brought down upon us? It's not their fault. This is Professor Callaghan's problem. No, it's all of our problem. Ketra, don't act like you didn't know about assistants being harassed left and right. Just what did you want me to do about it in my position? It's not my place to say anything about his research. I'm sure that is one of the difficult things about being a joint venture group funded by multiple investors. But I also imagine the benefits outweigh the difficulties. Anyone could see that the professor was on a rampage. And the problems with the Orwell network and its distribution are just as clear. Let me just shoot straight with you. Was that professor linked to any strange groups? You know, like the Mafia or anything? I'd like to believe that he wasn't, but I can't say that for sure. It's pretty normal for the Institute of Science and Verne Company to accept outside funding. In other words, the ground is fertile for corruption. And I can't write off the possibility with all those new terminals he suddenly had on him. Stop this pointless conjecture. You have no evidence. If rumors like this were to leak to the public during such a crucial time, how about acting like a leader for once in your damn life? These youngsters were hired so the police and the guild wouldn't have to get involved. And while we sit here scrambling for answers, who knows what Professor Callaghan is up to? Tell me, is there ever going to be a better time now to step up as CEO, Bill? A supervisor. Fine. I'll tell you everything I know. But please, keep this just between us. Of course. Our team always keeps matters like this confidential. We're contracted with one of your biggest shareholders, the Principality of El Saim. We have nothing to gain from hurting your image. And everything to gain from earning some brownie points with Vern. Professor Callaghan first began to change around a year or two ago. We'd received a request from the Republican Army to develop the next generation of weapons, something he excelled in. But when the time came to propose ideas, he lost in his own field. Professor Cronkite's was accepted. I knew that was it. Ever since, he's been doing research on his own like a man possessed. I don't know what it is he started researching, but whatever it is, it required an immense amount of capital and manpower. There came a point where he started seeking out every sponsor he could. Then half a year ago, I heard a place called the Anchorville Company offered an unprecedented amount of money. That name. So, it got caught in your information network too, huh? Don't tell me this is the same thing as in Longport. Indeed. The Anchorville Company, much like the Messeldom Trading Company, is also one of their shell corporations. What? Who are we talking about? A certain mafia. They're called Almada, and they're on both the Guild and the police's radars. What? Professor Callaghan was involved with people like that? I've heard the rumors. Been expanding their territory an awful lot of late. Just how the hell could you have overlooked something like this? It's not my fault. I only got the info the other day. And what else could I do? Do you know what would happen to me if I put a pause on research for the Mafia? Think about the poor assistants who ended up helping them without even realizing it. So, after losing against the genius professor, he started focusing entirely on his own research. My bet's that he's sticking to the same field of expertise. Huh? And if the Mafia has invested massive funds into his work, I have a bad feeling about this. A really bad feeling. The network delay that dropped down to 0.35% has gotten worse again as of this morning, too. That makes it highly possible that he's continuing his research in another location. But just where on earth could that be? Sounds like we got a good old-fashioned manhunt on our hands. We're going to be combing through this place way more than what we did yesterday. I take it there are no objections. I don't like it, but I know it must be done. Better give our cards the proper ranks then. Fine. Give me your cards. Rank B, the certification level you mentioned. That one almost never gets issued. I'm not trying to bitch, but may as well just give us rank A at this point. Don't ask for the impossible. Besides, we'll be able to get around much better than we could yesterday with these. Let's get to work. Time to get one over that Mafia.
I have a favor to ask. If at all possible, do you think I could accompany you?
Oh?
As Professor Hamilton's student, this situation with Professor Callaghan isn't entirely unrelated to me. And I very much consider it my job to do something about it in her stead. Please, let me come with you.
Ketra! That's fine with me. But, just to give you a heads up, our work takes priority. That means you're going to be tagging along while we take care of business. That going to be a problem? You mean like yesterday? That's fine. I wouldn't even mind helping out if there's anything I can do. Well, we're counting on you guys. I'll reach out to my contacts and see what I can dig up while you're at it. And Just don't do anything too crazy, okay, Ketra? Don't worry so much, Essie. I'm in good company. But whatever it takes, I'm determined to set things right while she's not here to do it herself. I know. I'll start talking to any dealers who supplied Professor Callaghan with parts. If I hear anything back, I'll let you know. Take good care of the boy. Yeah, you got it. By the way, Anya's, it glowed last night, didn't it? It did, yes. Most likely at the same time as when Professor Callaghan's final transmission went out. We're getting close then. Yes, the last time the Genesis glowed like that was... what are you talking about? What's a Genesis? Don't worry about it. Work stuff. I'm sure we'll fill you in. Eventually. I hope you don't mind, Ketra. If you say so, it must be something that could take a while to explain. So, where should we start? If possible, I'd like to first speak to Young. You would know him better. You would better know him as Professor Cronkite. The guy our Mr. Professor had beef with, right? Yeah, I bet he'd know a thing or two about his research. Sounds good to me. Plus, I think it's about time we have a little talk with yesterday's client. The anonymous one? Not so anonymous to us at this point. Come on, let's settle the score. So we'll be making the rounds through Newtown and the Artisanal District before heading to the Institute of Science. That sounds perfect. Then may day 2 of our work begin. Ketra has now joined the party. Alright, so we're going to wrap that up there. And it looks like tomorrow we will officially start Beyond the Horizon. So this will be on hold for a while until we get back to it. See you all then. I hope you enjoy the newest entry in the Trails franchise.
Very well.
See you later.